Late Night Talks with your boy Deaconess Glow. Oh damn, hold on. Late Night Talks with the Glow Man. Episode 1. Let's get into it. So today I wanted to talk about an interaction I had earlier today, and it was kind of cool. So today I went on one of my daily walks. I posted about it earlier, but I really didn't get into it. But this is a platform that I want to get into more things, and this is hopefully I can start making better long form content. If people can find value in this. Today I was on a walk and I was reading my book. The book I was reading was the Bitcoin Stand. I've been reading that book for about a week and I haven't been too consistent on it, but I'm getting back into it. And with the book, um, I've been trying to this year. One of the biggest things I've always had an issue with was getting back into the flow of things, getting over that hump of starting things. My biggest things, even in school, was starting, and that's one of the biggest things I've been trying to get into is not eliminating that mental hindrance of starting something new, starting a new activity or a new habit that's positive for my life. And one of those new habits I built is and I'm reading and going on walks. And so, this year I decided to go on and I started scouting out my area and just going on a walk. I went on a walk and I ended up finding out, my neighborhood was kind of cool. I never really went on a walk. I moved here about 2 years ago and I never really went on a walk. And in that scenario, people people start noticing patterns. Patterns are really kind of people start noticing patterns. With those patterns, people start noticing, what you're doing. They start watching, especially people in your neighborhood. People always don't mind their business, which I'm not saying, but does not change anyone in this video I'm going to talk about. But I'm just saying that people notice. But long story short, um, for the past 3 months, I've been walking with my books, and a couple people noticed me walking with my books. Mainly ladies for some reason. This is kind of cool, but today, a lady and one of the homeowners and surprisingly, the president of our HOA stopped us. She stopped me walking. She was like, the homeowner. She said, "Hey, I always She said, hey." She said she's kind of loud about it, kind of trying to get my attention. She said, "Hey, I always see this young man always walking with a book. What are you reading?" And I told him, and I spoke to him. I gave him a good smile. I told him, "Hey, I'm reading this book, such and such," and we talked. And it was a good conversation. I probably talked to them for about 15 minutes, and I kept pushing. I think what that this interaction created so much value to me. I believe in me putting myself putting effort out there to starting something has created so much value to my life. I met people in my neighborhood in a new area. One, I met people in a new area. Two, I created new opportunities for myself. This is probably the fifth person to stop me in the last in 2026 to tell me, I've noticed you doing this. I've seen you walking. I've seen you, creating a change. I've seen you with a book in your hand. A lot of people, a physical book. She said one of the things she noticed was she seen a physical book in my hand. That made a difference in how she approached me. She didn't see me as one of the little kids in the screen or the street. She asked me what I was doing. She seen me with a physical book, and that changed her perception of me. Um, and she didn't judge me. Just negatively on that, which was really nice. I really appreciate her for that. I believe when you try to put positive things and positive um attributes in your life, like going on walks, going on getting up early, doing these things. These things do add up, and it's kind of like accumulation is real, and compounding on that accumulation is also real. Um, Also, I mentioned that I met the HOA president. I didn't know who this lady was. I thought she was talking to like an Amazon driver because the homeowner had an Amazon box in her hand, and there's a lot of Amazon deliveries going on around this time of the day. But in fact, that was the HOA president. She invited me to go out and do a couple things, and I got her contact, so I built a relationship with her. Now I extended my network in which I can go out and go out and have another reference, have another resource, and also have another person of mentorship. Whether they meet maybe in a time of need, in um a time of sharing of hey, how are you doing? The age doesn't really matter. The age difference doesn't really matter because you have a resource to use, and that's the wonderful thing about it. It's great to have, and if you ask me, I feel like that's probably the best part about it. Well, this life is amazing. I feel like it's one of the best things, and all because I started earlier this year. I decided to start a YouTube channel and start posting content. And one of the biggest things I wanted to start doing was posting content, going on walks. The walks caused me to start reading more. I started reading my walks, and I ended up meeting somebody today, and it just all bundled up in one. It was a great day today. I wanted to share that with you guys, and I really appreciate y'all boys for watching. It's your boy Leak in his glow, and I'm out. Peace.